What was a huge trend everyone forgot about? Crackle nail polish. Why did we do that? That's an actual forgotten one. Wow. Yik yak. Yik yak was the shit. Everyone knew what was going on campus within seconds. People within the same classes used it to shit talk professors and cheat on tests. It's too bad people had to ruin it with death threats and such, which kind of forced Yik yak to make it non-anonymous, killing the appeal it had in the first place. As a commuting student at the time, it was key for me to keep up with the happenings and drama around campus. Cell phones that worked like walkie-talkies. PTT on severe duty hard phones is still a thing on some mine sites and oil fields. Are those the like rubber-lined flip phones? My dad used one of those when he worked for Ford in their research and dev building. Didn't get a phone with a camera until 2015. Wasn't allowed one. Mannequin challenge. That was very weird, to be fair. A bunch of the internet challenges could be put here too. Harlem Shake. Silly bands. They died because every school banned them. Well, call those silly bands. Hypercolor clothing. I was a huge nerd in elementary school and thought I was gonna be super cool when my mom bought me an off-brand hypercolor shirt. Wore it to school, and one of the kids who bullied me realized it would change color if he spit on it, then showed lots of other people. It was the worst day of my elementary school life. That is awful. That one weird summer of 2016 where clowns randomly appeared out of nowhere and creeped us all out. Yeah, WTF was that all about? Was it an ad marketing campaign? Or was a few marketing stunts and then a bunch of actual crazes exploring it? I've heard people theorize that it was originally a marketing campaign for it, but then randoms started joining in by dressing up as creepy clowns and actually frightening children. The media got people properly concerned about clown gangs and serial killers and abductions. So the IT team chose to never take public credit for starting the whole mess. I have no proof of any of that, but think it's a probable theory. IDK if this is just where I live, but those bracelets that you made with rubber bands on that loom thingy, we still have millions of those rubber bands in our house. I want to toss them in the garbage, but they are in the kids' rooms. I still find the odd one under furniture or in dark corners. They make really good tiny hairbands. Cup stacking. What was that all about? Holy shit. I forgot about that. Our school made us do cup stacking and gym for a few weeks. Jacks. I'm older than dirt. I used to love playing jacks because I was an only child and it was a game I could play by myself. Furbies. Absolutely needed to have one, and when it woke up in the middle of the night I was over it. So I finally get to tell this story. I had a Furby as a kid. The thing learned my name. You also could not turn them off, so it would randomly talk throughout the day and night. Its batteries started to die, so it sounded weird to say the least. So one night, at 3 a.m, I'm about 7 years old, I hear, in this demonic sounding voice from my closest, say my ducking name. The Furby was evicted from my room after that. My Furby sat 4 years wrapped in 2 blankets in the bottom of my dark closet. Flash mobs. I miss the awkwardness of school teachers and office managers to entice others to join. My boss made us do this one year as a kind of bucket list for herself before she retired. I had scheduled the day off since it was my birthday, so I was hoping I had a gracious out to skip it. Instead, she told me if I came for the flash mob I'd get the rest of the day off with pay and I wouldn't have to use a vacation day. It was exactly as awkward as I expected, but the 20 minutes was worth it for 8 hours pay. I too would 100% accept this bribe, on the condition it was in writing. Livestrong bracelets. I knew 2 people with prominently placed Livestrong tattoos. Wow. How tragically comic. Butterfly clips. I feel like they have been making a comeback now actually. Those shoes with the wheels in them. Heelers? Heelers don't have brakes because the swag never stops. Yeah right man. I'm kinda dating myself here, but when I was younger, I can't remember if I was a preteen or if I was a teenager. The Budweiser frogs. Everyone was going around saying Bud. Someone else would say Wise and someone else would say I even had a couple different shirts with them on it lol. Gangnam Style. Connie 2012. Slap bracelets. Very popular in the early 90s. Those were banned in my elementary school because the fabric would come off and kids were slicing their hands on the sharp metal. Rage comics. In 2011, 90% of my Reddit feed was Rage comics. Now you never see them. Pet rocks. I have been breeding them for years. Edit. Thanks for awards. And thanks for so many awesome responses. Close bracket. Painful memories. My pet rock ended up breaking a window and had to be euthanized. I still have a box of his sand on my mantle with his picture above it. I have a huge scar on my foot because I stepped on my pet rock. It wasn't technically a rock, just a large colorful shard of GL, but he forgot I left it on the ground and got a deep gash in my foot. I also had to get my surgery done fully awake because they couldn't get my records in time to find out if I was allergic to anesthesia. Very painful memories. Fidget spinners. Remember all those pop-up stalls in shopping centers selling fidget spinners? I sure hope they got their money back. I had a family friend who had a kiosk that sold cheap phone accessories and other junk. I remember him telling my dad, "Man, I don't understand what's going on, but I buy a bag of this garbage every week and sell out at 5x the price." He said he made bank with things like this. I imagine it's like in Breaking Bad when Walter could have just stopped at like 20 million. But some people just don't know when to leave the casino, ya know? For all the people like my family friend, there must be loads of suckers who got absolutely walloped when it went out of style. Swatch watches. I remember being envious of the kids that had those back in the 3rd grade. Quoting Charlie Sheen. Tamagotchi and Furby. Tamagotchi was the bomb. Alvin and the Chipmunk remixes. The power balance bracelets. Edit. Thanks guys, this is the first time I get this many upvotes. Also I have seen Danny's video, lol. Crazy Frog. Was that a trend? Was everywhere and super annoying. He had his own PS2 game. Insanity. I'd say he was just the messenger, yeah shoot. The real problem was the cartoon song ringtones. Tight rolling our jeans. Oh yeah. I was a tall girl and had the longest legs. They make women's jeans long enough now. 35 foot inseam. But back then, I was high watering. Then tight rolling came along and I could fake not being able to buy long enough pants. That along with cutting off your jeans right above your knees. I could buy second-hand jeans for $1. Used pants never come in long. Cut them off. And suddenly I was cool. Beyblades. My oldest, he's 18 now, was obsessed with those damn things. He even attended a Beyblade themed birthday party for one of his friends. Rainbow foods. Like the rainbow grilled cheese. Etsy. I remember when green ketchup came out. Marbles. You are in need of some marble racing. Bro, are we talking Marble Olympics? Hours of my life. What's the opposite of wasted? Asking Jeeves. Choking your friends out, it was really weird. We did it in the late 80s, but it wasn't really choking out. Basically, the person would sit down and put their head between their legs and hyperventilate. After a bit, they'd sit up. Another person would use the palm of their hands to push on the sides of their necks, and they'd sort of pee butt out or act very weird. Don't do this. It can kill you. Planking. Oh my god, I still remember when I asked my dad to take a photo of me planking on the edge of some sort of fountain in the middle of a city's tourist district with loads of people around us. NDS. I have 2 co-workers who were put on lifetime probation for planking on the sign outside our building with the company name and posting it on social media. Minecraft parodies. Eventually people just stopped taking them seriously. I don't hate mine diamonds, to be honest. However, I do have Creeper or Man, or whatever it was called, stuck in my head for several years. Creeper and Fallen Kingdom were insanely popular. Sky's New World and Bebop Boxes Enchanted were pretty memorable too. Parachute pants. Fun fact. In the 1920s, there was a brief but intense fad in the US where people would try to put clothes on raccoons, usually after some fortification at the local speakeasy. Participants would make suits and dresses, or repurpose baby clothes, and sneak up on a raccoon to try and put the clothes on it. Success rates were low, but in 25 and 26 it wasn't uncommon to come across a raccoon with a bonnet or boatie. Trapper keepers. It's all fun and games until it tries to merge with you. Does Jeremy Lin count? Linsanity is still playing. What does the fox say? I feel kinda bad for any musician / group that has one super mega fucking hit and never matches it. Like, only a little. They get all that ducking money and instant clout. But it probably feels limiting as an artist. Like now you have mold your future work is expected to fit, or a level you have to beat. Misspace.com. You'll remember Beanie Babies? My mother just gave my 6-year-old son. No clue on earth where she got them from. I looked every single one up. $20 total for about 7 of the little fucks. Game of Thrones. Never seen something go straight from the forefront of pop culture to forgotten about so quickly. Not forgotten. Loathed. We loathe the end. Up to season 5 was great though. I'd even argue up until the last 2 seasons. The show held some fun. When Daenerys gets back to Westeros though, that's a problem. It's shit after that. Too fast. Noon develops Enamor as a person, and everyone falls back to default personalities. Like they're one-dimensional. Mainly due to a lack of writing material from George R.R. Martin, but also a lack of brains by the writers. JNCO Jeans. Speed stacking cups. There were actual leagues of kids and adults doing this. Double knit polyester. Hostess skirts. Hair combs. Bell bottoms. Shirts open to the navel with 10 to 15 gold neck chains. Side ponytails on grown women. Platform shoes on grown men. Now, you kids get off my lawn darts. Tazzers. Although this may be a very Australian thing, they were little circles of plastic inside chip / crisp packets that had pictures of Looney Tunes characters on them. Bakugan. Amazon worker here. Bakugan are still alive and popular. We get as many orders for those as we do Legos. Slime. Thank ducking goodness. The homemade slime craze caused a glue shortage. Revived by COVID. There was a shortage of glue in the beginning as well. Wanna know why? Course glue was not meant to be measured by the cup. I'm surprised I haven't seen it yet. The dress. The black / blue or white / gold dress. People claimed mental breakdowns over it. Personality tests showed up out of nowhere for it. Turned out to be overexposure and terrible filters I think. Oh. And the whole Yanni / Laurel thing too. Talking about how Lady Gaga had a penis. For us it was Marilyn Manson having a rib removed, so he could suck his own dick lol. Prepubescent boys will never change. For us it was that Jamie Lee Curtis was a hermaphrodite. LMFAO party rock anthem / their shuffling dance. Wearing your clothes back to front, because of crisscross. Walking around with a stereo on your shoulder making you the coolest cat around. The bright colored tracksuits like Will Smith used to wear in his old rap videos. Pages. The little palm-sized compressed / expandable t-shirts and cloths you used to buy and put in a bathtub so they'd swell up to their full use from Disney and other places. Little lights that used to be plugged into your Game Boy before backlight screens were a thing. I saw LMFAO on the streets of Vegas a few years ago. Wouldn't surprise me if they were the real ones. My brother was in Vegas back around 2012, and he saw a guy walking around the club dressed like Redfoot, well as they're sitting there mocking the dude dressed like Redfoot. The DJ gets on the mic and announced they have a special guest in the house to perform a few songs. It was Redfoot. Our school had sex bracelets. It was an epidemic apparently. They were different color silicone bracelets like the Liverstran ones. The goal was to collect them all. Each color represented different acts. Brown for bud stuff, red for ed stuff, blue for blowjobs, yellow for hand jobs. Times were good. Red stuff, like period sex. Ice bucket challenge. The game, which all of you just lost. Fucking deep down I knew this would be an answer. Mood rings and slap bracelets. Kids used to bring warheads to school and air each other with them. Seemed like you could never find them to buy them. I think they were all brought in by rich kid parents with bulk memberships. After warheads died, kids were bringing lemon and lime salt shaker for margaritas to just eat the shit. I'm glad only became fixated on the Gatorade vodka and pod fats. Warheads were the best. Such a hard thing to find. You haven't felt real pain in trying a watermelon warhead. Cabbage Patch Kids. Garbage Pail Kids. Drawing the coolest. Alive and well. Source, I teach middle school. It's the original meme. Elementary students get excited when they learn how to draw it from friends. Finger Skate. Tech Deck Dudes. Man, those were cool. Those rubber bands that came in animal shapes. Flappy Bird. I still have the original and my high score is 482. That string that you loop between your fingers and make certain shapes with. I forgot what it was called, but it was big when I was little. Now I never hear about it. Cat's Cradle. At one point in time Paris Hilton was bigger than the Kardashians. Her show, The Simple Life, was the #1 show on cable. It's kind of weird how she's disappeared and been forgotten. She was the celebrity in the world for a while. Can't forget, like a boss. I cringe typing that. MTV. Macarena. Go to any wedding in the UK. It is not forgotten. Not exclusive to the UK. It's a staple at any event with a DJ in Canada too. That and the cha-cha slide lol. Maroon 5 making music that didn't suck. Riding your skateboard while drinking cranberry juice with Dreams by Fleetwood Mac in the background. Dude managed to get a car and a house out of it. Quit while you're ahead, I say. The TV series Lost. Apostrophe. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for more videos.